Oh, look at that. He's got
Yeah.
shapes.
Yeah.
He's got shapes. Come on. Come on. Welcome to This is Mappa. Kalimera, Kalispera. Whatever time you are watching or listening to This is Mappa. Do you like our new intro theme?
I tell you what, that was a surprise. It's a bit more sexy, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because it'd be sexy football this season, mate. So I figured, why not get it in there? Get it in there. And I figured that had to do the Creative Commons on YouTube. So we might not get a copyright strike for this. Might not. Might not. You never know. Never know. Anyway, how you doing, my guy?
Oh, I am fine. I'm fine.
Lie.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Maybe you could do with some canelles in your chai. What do you reckon? Just some canelles?
Yeah.
You know we can get canelles from?
Yeah. I know where I could get canelles from.
Where can you get them from?
Well, there you go. Foodfromcyprus.com. NCN12 for your 12% discount.
Hi there.
There you go. Yeah. See, I wasn't waiting it. I wasn't waiting it from you.
Well, listen, I can tell you're in one of those moods tonight, man. I can tell. You just, I can tell. It's just like I can tell you feel like being really angry, really aggressive. You might want to say something like, "Scatter! If you know, you know." That's all I'm saying. I don't want to go to court. I don't want to be taken to court.
Yeah. I'll be fine.
Anyway, shall we get cracking with some football footage?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, let's go. Our first game is AES 3, Othello 3. Goals from Duris, Andonil with the equalizer, an own goal from Janssen, Duris making it 2-2 from the spot, thanks to a bit of VAR. Sangare made it 3-2 before Dingini got an equalizer for AES. But Thassos, there's something that you pointed out to me, which I didn't realize. I didn't watch the game. The VAR decision, because AES scored and then they went to VAR, checked it, and they said, "Oh, actually, there was an incident. Was it handball or a foul in the penalty area on the other end from a Othello corner?" They went and checked it, and wow, they used VAR properly.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Well, I mean, they used VAR properly, but my complaint was from a few weeks back, where if this penalty decision was seen, ages before, because basically what happened was, from this corner that AES were defending, they picked up the ball and went on the counter-attack, and they scored from that counter-attack. Yep. So they went from winning 3-1 to conceding the penalty to then Othello's equalising to make it 2-2.
And my guy, I love him, Dura.
Yeah.
He's like my adopted brother.
Absolute drama. What I did that AES goalkeeper, man. If that was.
It wasn't Becker, was it?
Sorry?
It wasn't Becker, was it?
It was Becker.
It was back in the team as well. My goodness. My goodness.
Yeah.
Well.
Very, very entertaining game, man. I thought I'll watch this because nobody else will be watching it. Because
not even people in the stadium were watching it.
yeah. I mean, there was maybe 12 people there, but I think it was it was on the same time as the Omonia game, wasn't it? Was it the Omonia
yes,
game?
against Anopoulos, yeah.
So I thought everybody else is going to be watching now, so I'll watch this one. Then I thought I just have it on in the background, let it happen, and I couldn't. I was like this because if you blinked, you would have missed something. It was a really good game to watch.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. And as for AES, a 3-3 draw, but they've got some intriguing news, especially for us. A new head coach, And
Yes.
it is, come on,
Jason
my guy, Jason Punchin. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Ex Pacos FC, Paphos FC
Pacos?
player, Jason Punchin. If you know, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
listen, I messaged him about 3 or 4 days before the announcement. I says, "What's this? I hear you getting the Ayers job," and he goes, "I'm not sure, mate. I think they might want to go for someone with more experience." I was like, "Well, you never know. If Bumboy's lurking, then he might get the job because he knows the league." But they've taken. Listen, it is a bit of a gamble because he's only got 6 or 7 months experience in coaching, but he did well with Bayer, and he left because obviously the club was in the shit, and he didn't. Yeah, I don't blame him, but good luck to him because I'll be honest with you, mate. I think people want him to fail. I think they want him to fail because he's not one of them. And you know that you got these other coaches that may have been lurking with like 2 years of experience coaching an under 14 team, and they're pissed off that the Xenos got the job. You know, but I hope he does well.
Oh yeah, but
And
the
we're gonna milk the shit out of it on this pod.
He's been in Cyprus for what, 4 years?
Bravo.
Yeah, so 1 more year and he might as well be a Gibril anyway.
Yeah, true. Very true. Well, listen, I think he speaks some Greek anyway.
Yeah.
He's got his whole family out there, loves Cyprus, so good luck to him, man. Good luck to him. Anyway.
Yes.
Pedro, you'll find what could possibly go wrong. Okay, 0 monetization, true. Buffo!
Oi.
Kalispera. Well, listen, since Buffo is here, because you know we share and share alike on this pod. Boys and girls, coming near Valentine's Day, go to Ask Printing House. If you want anything printed, pillows, wallets, blow-up dolls, I'm sure they can do your Sofronia, obviously, blow-up doll for any Omonia fans that are still hurting from the guy leaving. If you want an Amir Vada poster, you can get one printed. If you want a screaming Upper World fan meme t-shirt, you can get that printed. Ask Printing House in Oroglini, if I'm not mistaken. So visit them and help a guy out. There you go. See, I'm on form tonight, bro. I'm on form.
You are. You're rocking it.
Michali, he's laughing. We know why he's laughing. We know why he's laughing. Michali came to London, actually. Michali, you didn't tell me if you went to any of those bars or restaurants or pubs that play folk music or whatever you were looking for. Did you go Cup 10? Did you go to Cup 10? Mario is here.
Mario is here.
The tallest 14-year-old in the whole world. He's like the Cypriot Dikembe Mutombo. Anyway. Shall we move on, Thassos? Sorry.
Let's move on, yes.
I'm bullying everyone at the moment. Right. Next game. Doxa 0, Salamina 3. Goals from Bejarano, Narsing, and Miguelito. Confident win, convincing win. And your mate Durmishai with a fantastic assist, although the centre-back was Ulatsi.
Yeah, that centre-back. I think Mesca's going to take his place. But yeah. Doxa, the defending, absolutely shocking. 2 of the goals were from corners where they should be doing better. The other one, being Narsing's goal. Durmishai hit the bar as well with a rocket of a shot. It's really, really, really good shot. Should have been a goal from about 25 yards out, something like that. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. Don't you worry. But yeah. Doxa.
It was another game where if it weren't for Alex, it'd have been 7 or 8-0. Alex has been keeping the bloody goal difference okay for Doxa.
Yeah. The thing is, you'd think Doxa would be taking advantage of the bloody thing because it's so close down at the bottom between those last 4 teams. And they shut the bed. They really didn't turn up. But I was looking at Doxa's team. And unlike, all the other teams are putting 11 players on the bench, Doxa maybe had 6 players on the bench. Maybe. Sadiq wasn't on the team. The Agripnas, the one who saved the penalty the other day, wasn't in the team. There's a few people missing for him at the moment. So, I don't know.
The thing is, mate, if they go down, think about it. They've beaten Buffalo, they've beaten Ari, they've beaten Anorthosi. Who else have they
Yeah.
beaten this season? They've beaten three of the top teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many teams have got relegated in a season after beating three of the top six teams?
I don't know. It'll take too long to look it up, but not that many, I don't think.
Well, it's baffling how they've not kicked on from that, honestly. But at the same time, they started the season pretty badly anyway. So
14 wins without a win. 14 games without a win. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. But what about Salamina? You got some news for them, yeah?
Salamina, yes. So Christodoulou is going to be around for another year at least, the head coach. So it's a bit weird for a club to hand a contract extension to a coach instead of, sending them packing through the revolving door. I mean, I looked up some stats and put it this way, right? Christodoulou is the second longest serving manager out of the ones that are in charge at the moment. And that's if you take into account that he was in charge from May, which Transfermarkt doesn't, but he was in charge since May. Only Szpilewski has been in charge longer, and he's about to hit 2 years in 23 days as of recording this. Only 3 other coaches have been in charge since the beginning of the season, and they are Sapinto, Garcedo, and Gallego, sorry. Yeah.
Gallego.
So, yeah, only 5 coaches that started the season are still in charge of the team that they were in charge of at the start of the season.
14 down. 14.
Yep.
There's going to be a 15 soon, isn't there? As the moment the playoffs start, someone's going to go.
Yep.
Yep. OLB admin is with Apo? I don't think so. Mihaly, I don't think so. Not that I know of. But I don't know. Doubt it. I don't know. Anyway, on to the next. Right. This one was an absolute barnstormer. It might as well be a basketball game. Buffalo 4, Ethnigo 3. Bokai gave them the lead. Lomate equalized. Jairo then made it 2-1 for Buffalo. Cabrera equalized within a minute. Valakari scored beginning of the second half before Drazic equalized, but a last-minute penalty from Tankovic. Another victory for Buffalo. I don't think they'll be too disappointed that there's a win there, but to concede 3 goals against Ethnigo and have to wait until the last minute to get the winner, not very convincing, but they will take it.
Well, I mean, it was even worse because Drazic in the first half, he hit the crossbar as well.
Yep.
And Ivosic, they would have handed him his arse if that game finished it even. But yeah, I think this is a very soft penalty. I think it's a really soft penalty.
Yeah, but come on, we've seen them given.
Yeah.
We've seen them given. And in Cyprus especially, they're very. We talk about referees in the Premier League being very particular, or VAR officials being very particular with certain things, but in Cyprus, they're even more. And it was soft, and the player did go down like he'd been shot. But I guess if you don't go down, then you're not going to get it. So.
Yep. Exactly. But that's why the players go down, isn't it? It's a cycle that reinforces itself.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? What you going to do? But yes, really, really entertaining game. One of my followers, Ben White, was at the game.
Okay.
And didn't agree with my evaluation of the game, saying that Achna had a very good game and that Buffos were only really in control for the first 15 minutes. The stats say something different, but anyway. The other thing was as well as that Buffos fans were on top of the team like throughout the game. Yeah. The Buffos fans were very disappointed with the performance of the team. So I'm guessing they handed Ivosic his arse when he slipped in that one-on-one with Drazic.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't want to absolutely pile on this goalkeeper,
No.
but for the amount of money they've spent on him, I haven't seen anything that makes me think this is a goalkeeper that is going to save you 11, 12 points a season. Much as what I said about Arboleda, the Anorthosis goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
These are two goalkeepers that, for all the athleticism they may have, the goals that they concede are so basic. And you look at the third goal for Ethnigor, what was Ivosic doing? The goal that Besedin scored against him last season for Omonia, you should be saving these goals, man.
Mm-hmm.
Saving these shots. And you're thinking, that's a £2 million goalkeeper. For Cyprus, that's a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. You know, if it was to pay €2 million for Ivosic or stick with Antosh, which one would you be going for?
Neither. Neither. I'd keep the one before. What's his name? Rudko. Keep him. Bring him back. Bring him back.
Dear.
So, anything else to add for this game?
No.
Either team? No news from Buffalo? They haven't signed another Brazilian? Or
No, not yet.
No Brazilian ringers called Ya.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's move on then. This is going to be a quick one tonight, isn't it? Well, I say that, but yeah. Anyway. So, Apollon. Bloody hell. Apollon went to Ajax and beat them 2-1. Valbuena gave them the lead before Franz Sol equalised from the spot due to a penalty. I still can't make head nor tail whether that's a handball or not, really. I'll be honest. But hey, they gave it. But then Bakenga scored before half-time. Apollon held on. And that, for me, mate, is a shock. It's a shock result.
Yep, pretty much. You would have expected Ajax to carry on with the kind of form that they were in before this game. But yeah, one of the reasons obviously is that Ben Shimon wasn't on the bench. He was suspended for the game. So, you know, doctor psychology over there wouldn't be able to gear up the players for the second half. That's probably what it was. But yeah,
I think that's the reason.
Also, for Apollon, I mean, even more, Apollon, Kremenchik hit the post as well with like a banging header, like it went proper screamed at the ball when he hit it, and it bounced off the crossbar.
It was one of those games because I watched bits of the first half and I thought 2-1 at half time. There's got to be more goals than this because I'm not gonna give it up, and Apollon can't defend to save their lives. And lo and behold, nothing really happened second half. So I shit the bed there, you know. Yeah.
Well, sorry, I'm just. Somebody's saying we missed something about Hamburlas. Do you know what happened with Hamburlas?
Yeah, that's after the Omonia game.
Yeah,
the former Anorthosis. Well, what was he? What is he now? Is he
yeah. Sorry, yes.
He's the guy that eats Ambella Bulla, weirdo.
Yeah. So sorry, because we mentioned that Beloda. I thought that was
no.
time to bring it up, but no, you're right. Yeah, we'll bring it up later. Although I still don't know what it is.
I don't have the footage on me. I'll try and get it. In fact, I'll try and get it while you're talking. So,
okay.
Are we done with this one? Yeah, or shall we move on?
Yeah. We're done with this one.
To next one. Okay. So, speaking of which, Omonia.
There we go.
Beat Anorthosis by 3-1. Anorthosis took the lead through Makun, the central defender. Big deflection of Franson. Second half, Omonia fought back. 2 from Stepinski, 1 from Roman Bezos, who came off the bench and changed the game. A surprising win for me anyway for Omonia, but I will take that every day of the bloody week. Up to you, my guy.
Yeah, I mean, Anorthosis were pretty much in control in the first half, and then Roman Bezos comes off the bench, turns into an absolute king. So we'll see what happens for the next 5 games now. But Stepinski got. I think they were saying 2 2 goals, although Koulibaly is not happy with him claiming one of them. But yeah.
Shoot. What did I do? I didn't.
You've gone on to the next game. But
I'm allowed. Sorry.
But yeah. Omonia getting the win. Pretty good second half performance. I don't think you can argue with that. And yeah, really, really good.
Put this way, right? I mean, look, before the game, I didn't expect us to get anything from it because of the fact that, well, we haven't been great lately. And in derby games with this new head coach, it's not been great. The performances have not been great. Look, against AEK, we took the lead. First 10 minutes we were okay. And then afterwards, just sit back.
Mm-hmm.
But then they equalised, got the winner, and that was it. We had nothing left. Against Apollon, all right, we took the lead early again. Vale, sit back. And we could have lost the game. Fortunately, went up the other end and won it. Mm-hmm. But even still, man, it's not convincing and it's not good enough. You know, I've got standards. And I know people say to me, it was a derby game still, but I don't know. What do you think? What do you make of it?
Nah, the first half, right. The first half was, when I weren't there, didn't show up. Second half, I don't know. Maybe Rekdal, kicked him up the arse at half time. Kicked them up the rectum.
Keep out the rectum, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, it was like 2 completely different teams, or one in each half, really. I can't believe it was just, let's stick Bezos on. Bezos was, the catalyst. But yeah, the good performance in the second half. Slowly, you'd think Omonia would start to play to this coach's system, kind of get them figured out. Semeto's back as well, my guy. Too bad he plays for Omonia. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah, he's back. So I would expect Omonia to kind of pick up a little bit more now, because he was quite pivotal before he left to go. Before he left to go to Cape Verde.
Yeah.
And they had a really good tournament as well. So he was gone a while, and it just seemed to come up at the same time as a dip in form, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Just, yeah, so I think he's a very important player for Omonia. So him being back as well, I think is going to help out a lot. So
what about North then? Because after being a goal up, I thought they were going to control the game. I thought second half they were going to kill the game off. Chico Bantha was pretty quiet second half. Helder Ferreira was pretty quiet. Kazama went off for Castel. And it's almost as if they were playing with this really high line. And the game changed second half when Bezos came on. And I don't know. It's almost as if Anorthosis ran out of ideas. I don't remember them testing Fabiano much second half or anything worth talking about.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I think was Tejera actually playing?
Yes.
Because yeah. So I mean, a lot of the play goes through either Tejera or Guerrero if one or both are playing. So if you basically make sure that he doesn't get the ball, or when he gets the ball, you crowd him out. And also, you don't really have a plan B as such. Chico Banza would be all right, except for, he's got the burst of pace and everything else. But if you've got a fullback who can follow him, he doesn't have a great time. And Matthews is pretty solid as a fullback on the right there, so I think he does a good job. Kept him quiet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Mihaly has asked us to comment about Hamdulillah. I've got a bit of this video. If you can hear it,
I don't know what it is. So you're gonna have to. It was like 2 completely different teams. Let's stick Bezos on. Bezos was, the catalyst. Why could I hear myself in the background? What was that?
I don't know. I thought you were talking over it. What's going on here?
No, I
don't
wasn't
know.
talking over it.
Weird. Well, put it this way. So Hambullah's gone to this. Well, I don't know what it is. Buzukia, whatever it is. Might be some unorthodox ultra event. I don't know what it is. And he started singing this song about Omonia, how much, saying lots of derogatory things, and it ended up on social media. Now, look, if this was in the Premier League or 113 years of unorthodoxy, sorry, it was their birthday. It's like a happy birthday, whatever. So he decided to sing an anti-Omonia song, very derogatory, and there's a big hoo-ha about it on social media. Now, on the one hand, if it was a big team like a Liverpool or a Man United or whatever, and then you got one of their, I don't know, board members or whatever singing songs about rivals, especially in that way, it would be a big deal. But this is Cyprus.
Yeah.
So
pretty much.
What's the big deal?
Yeah.
What's the big deal?
Yeah. No.
I'm just saying, I don't think it's a big deal, to be honest.
I mean, it's really not even that. Hambulla is not even... Sandy is the president of the football club. Hambulla is the president of the association.
Yeah.
So,
Look, anyone that's watching live or on the thing, what is the big deal? I don't get it. I mean, he's a fan of the club, I guess. And okay, because he's got some kind of stature, you'd think, you got to be more professional. But it's a song that unorthodox fans sing about Omonia, and Mario said quite rightly, Bedridi did something like that last year. What's the big deal? I don't see what it's this faux outrage that's creeping into Cypriot football now. It's weird.
Okay, there you go.
How about containing the hooligans? That is why it's a big deal. In what way, Bedro? In what do you mean containing what? Because he's winding them up? I don't get it. It's like putting fuel to the fire. How? Singing a song that is often sung by their fans. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Was there... well, I doubt there was any trouble at the Rasibi, since there was only 50 of them at the time.
What if 5 crazy people attacked the 10 unorthodox fans at the game because of what?
Oh, so you mean that he was a courtesan the Omonia fans, and the Omonia fans would have done something, you mean?
Okay. But again, it's like it's pointing the finger, isn't it? It's like, he'd said this, it wound up the Omonia fans, so then they reacted to it. Well, even if he hadn't said anything, chances are someone might have attacked them, but we're going to start blaming what a former president started singing. It's just, it's lame, bro. I'm sorry. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. I'm sorry. It's rubbish.
Yeah, argument. I mean, there's more serious things that would be pissing off fans, I think, at the moment. But yeah.
Okay, so I know. I get it. I get what you're saying. Like, in terms of his stature or status, whatever it was. Okay, but it's not the first time. This is tame in comparison to what other club presidents have done in Cyprus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I know it's not a professional thing to do. And there's a comment here that says it actually lowers unorthodoxy much level than what it actually is. Does his actions really lower the tone? Did Sundays come out and say anything?
The Mahides have had a few interesting last 18 months, let's say, especially with what happened with against Karmiotissa, for instance.
Yep.
And having your friend, not my friend, at the club arguing with fans, saying,
it's not my friend.
Saying,
it's not my friend. It's yours.
There you go. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely think it's a lot tamer than some of the stuff that's gone on over the last 18 months. Sure.
Yeah. Well, Pedro says with the climate as it is, you don't do that. Okay.
No, I mean,
could say,
he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
no, he's not wrong. He's not wrong, but at the same time, I don't think that's enough of an excuse for people to do that. If it was, Anorthosis fans turning up to the Ghazibi and attacking Omonia fans for no reason, or because of the fact that they're Omonia fans, then you could say, right, you're expecting retaliation. But not because this guy sings a song that was videoed and ended up online.
I mean, to tell you the truth, it wasn't even on my radar. I didn't even know this thing happened.
Well, they asked the Anorthosis press officer, our guy, Mr. In the Ship.
Oh, yeah.
They asked him about it on the radio the other day, and he goes, "You have to speak to him about it, not us." So they've washed their hands of him.
Yeah.
It's like he's not our responsibility. So
well, he's not. He's not.
Anyway. Sunday and him have beef, so he wouldn't say anything. Wow, he could say something, or would that be stoking up the fire a bit more? But then again, he probably won't want to go against him because he might go against the ultras as well. So,
well, no, he doesn't want to go against Bullas because the club, the association, are now one of the major shareholders in the football team, because the association has the shares that Bulaidi had. Yeah, so they've all been given to the association now. So Hambulas is kind of in control of the club right now. So it's all very weird and dodgy around there. But yeah.
Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on because we've wasted too much time on this. Right. So the next game, which you guys may have seen already, but I'm going to bring up again. Ari beating Carmiodes by 3-0. Ari's gonna get you. Giving him the lead. That's his 7th goal in 5 games. Gogorin made it 2 with had a great cross there from Yago. And Kazu with his trademark finish from outside the box. I can't remember if it was on his left foot or his right foot. If it was on his right foot, then it's like, come on, you're taking the piss now, son. Because he always seems to score bangers with his right foot. Oh, it was with his left. Okay.
Yeah.
Smash. Bottom corner. 3-0. Game over. And last week we were saying you were saying maybe Carmiodes might get something against Ari because their head coach has got a good record. And I was like, nah.
Listen. Ari had a shocking first half again. So because up until again, Shpilevsky had to wring him by the neck in the half time because it was 0-0 up until then, and then Ari's version 2 showed up for the second half again.
Maybe it's intentional. Maybe it's intentional. Play second gear first half.
Did Savo actually start the game, or did he come off the bench again?
Oh, now you're asking a question.
Because he seems to be. He's the last 2 games. Savo came on at half time.
Let's have a look. No, he started.
Oh, he started the game this time. Okay. Yeah. Well, they seem to. They seem to turn it on in the second half.
Although he did bring on Gogorin, Gomis, and Semedo.
Oh yeah. Only brought them on. All right. Okay. Yeah. Oh.
Strength and depth, my friend. Oh. It's a squad game, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm just glad they're still in the cup because they can waste some energy on the cup as well. But yeah.
With that squad.
Yeah, no, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. But yeah, one thing to note as well. Johnny Violin's got a yellow card.
Yes.
I wonder what that was for.
I need to find out, man. I need to find out. I'm gonna get on the app now. Actually, 1 minute. What day was it? Was it Sunday? No, it was Saturday.
Saturday.
Let's have a look. Where is he? Team official. No, all it has is a photograph of him there.
from 20 years ago.
His Strado photograph. It's like when you go to like an uncle's house, he's got photographs of all his kids, and then there's one photo of him in the corner, army uniform. Was that you? Johnny Violins Strado uniform. What was in the army? I was a chef. I played the violin.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh man. Flipping hell.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go.
Exactly.
Right. Anything else we want to add?
Not to that one, no.
No?
Did that
Okay.
one as well, I think.
Okay. Well, Adi's win took them top, which meant Abuel had to go to AL and get all 3 points. And Shebak gave them a lead in the 26th minute and then did something very, very stupid, as Pedro says, given the climate of Cypriot football. He celebrated his goal by the AL fans, and the Abuel players got pelted by bottles or cups or whatever it is. A few players went down. I've been shot. Can everyone please stop
No,
getting shot?
that's not fair on Grilidaya. Grilidaya needed the physios to go to him. He had to have first aid.
Okay.
But yeah,
well,
don't know what Chebak was fucking thinking though. What was why? I mean, you can see Grilidaya during the celebration is trying to pull him away from the corner, trying to bring him back. So I don't know what the hell was going on there.
Yeah, it went for quite a while as well, while they were trying to get everything sorted. Again, this is Cypriot football. This is what we have learnt to expect. But there's something I need to show you before the IL equaliser.
Okay.
And I saw it once and I started laughing. I watched it again and it reminded me of something. So here's what I'm going to show you. When all of that was kicking off, this is what was seen. There you go. We do comedy. And to be honest, all of the material is sent to us. We don't even need to fucking think about it. We'll together like a puzzle. We connect the dots. Lord Jesus, oh please. No doubt I'm going to get some IL fans messaging me now.
Oh man.
Gonna happen.
Oh no, you will get IL fans messaging, yeah, because projectiles thrown onto the pitch injuring a player. You'd think, wouldn't you? So that means then that IL lose that game 3-0.
Right.
Don't you?
I get where you're coming from, but they didn't lose the game 3-0 because Filipovic equalised. Here it is. There's the equaliser, 1 apiece. 10 minutes into the second half, and a draw for Abuel, which means Ali stay top. But let's go back to what we were just discussing there. As we saw weeks ago when Abuel were booted out of the cup because a fan threw a firecracker and it hit a Salamina player, just to refresh people's memories in case they've been living under a rock. Abuel was thrown out of the cup. Something similar has happened here, although it wasn't a firecracker.
Yeah, whatever hit him, but whatever hit him enough to need, albeit not medical attention, to need to go to the hospital like Papaye or you had.
Yep.
But he needed to have, he needed first aid treatment, is what they said in the report. So, I don't know, guys. Set a precedent. You know, we set a precedent. And that's the second part of the title of this. Repania. Fucking Repania. Anyway, one good thing, though, is Ricardo Sapinto did not get carded on his return to the dugout.
No. He was a
very good boy.
Yeah, he was well behaved.
Yeah.
Very well behaved.
Yeah. Yep.
And he didn't really comment on what happened either. He didn't react to it, which I think in his mind, you got the devil on your shoulder and the angel on your shoulder. Mm-hmm. The devil's like, go on. And the angel's like, no, stop. You saw what happened last time. He's like, oh, do it. No.
No, you know what the devil was? The devil was the guy going, Go on, push the button. Go in. Do it. Scatta di nomás. Scatta.
All right. You actually want me to push the button? Okay.
There you go.
I thought we were just making a referral to Rush Hour where she goes, push the goddamn button.
Oh, all right. No. Yeah, I was wanting you to play that again, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So that's what the devil would have been like on. But yes, I mean, if we go back to the football part of that game,
Yes.
IL deserved that equaliser because up until that point in the second half, I don't know what the hell happened to that Arboil team, but they just went, and then we bring the changes on to get the winner. He decides to bring on Donis, yes, Sarfo, and you know what you need when you're chasing the game, right? You put fucking Wilson on. I mean,
he's not that bad, is he?
Watching him run is like watching somebody trying to swim through treacle. It's like
The thing is, though, he brought on Donis for Villafañez.
Yeah.
He brought on Meri for Marquinhos.
Yeah.
Right. Now, and then Eduardo for Ndongala.
Yeah.
Now you look at that, and generally speaking, it doesn't look too bad. The substitution, it doesn't look too bad when you think of the players that have come on in exchange for the players that have gone off. But then you think about it, you're chasing the game, or you want to get a winner. Which one of those three are going to pull you out of the mine? Now, Meri had a shot, which I think the goalkeeper saved, and he fumbled it. And no, did he fumble it or turned over the ball? I can't remember.
Yeah. Donny's had some really good piercing runs.
Yeah.
But
you can't trust him with the injuries, man. That's the thing.
No.
You can't trust him with his injuries.
No, I get it. But Wilson, he ended up like all the attacks that IL had towards the end of the game were basically them dispossessing Wilson, or Wilson passing them the ball, or Wilson doing a shit tackle, conceding a free kick. It was the poorest of the substitutions. But either way, right? As badly as Abuel performed, especially in the second half, IL pulled the blinder. They played a very, very good game in the second half. Performed very well. Good, they're like a lot of pressing, a lot of sharp passing, a lot there. They played. There's you can't take anything away from IL for getting the draw, except if fans throwing stuff at a player, injuring them.
It makes you wonder, though. But I understand your frustration as well, because look, I'm not here to play devil's advocate, and I think on this podcast we try to be as balanced as we possibly can. And while we do have a rivalry going with our clubs, I look at the symptomatic issues of Cypriot football and the inconsistency of the decision makers. And if you've got kicked out of a competition for fans throwing objects at players, and then a couple weeks later, or a few weeks later, it happens again, but you're on the receiving end of it, and nothing happens. I'm not going to lie. But this is what I'm saying. I was about to say. I didn't even know it happened up until yesterday when you put out a tweet, and there was some fan footage from the IL end, where all of this was going off. But then I went back to Sida Vision, and I watched the goal, and I thought, hang about, let me see, because it happened after the goal. So let me see if they've got it, and they got the footage there. But nothing's been made of it, and it's balmy. It really is balmy, because once again, all right, I get it. What happened to the Salamina player? Bang out of order. It was shocking. It was horrific. But you don't know what objects were thrown at the Abuar players. Could have been a bottle. Could have been coins. It could have been lighters. It could have been
could have been
You
anything.
don't know.
It could have been anything. I mean, Chibak set them off by going in there. They were like, what was the point in him running into that corner and celebrating in front of them, right? So, for sure, like Pedro was saying earlier on, you don't go with the fans, especially fans that might feel they've been hard done by somebody delivering punishments. You don't go and gear them up to make them do the kind of thing that they did. But the kind of thing they did, they did.
Yeah.
So now I think there should be some consequences.
Well, let's see. Let's see. I mean, Mario says, I can't lie, when I saw it live, I thought the game would be cancelled.
Me too.
I'm surprised it wasn't.
Me too. Because I found the video and I put it on Twitter and I said, "Oh, we're gonna win this one 3-0 then," and then I put bollocks our way in the tweet afterwards. And then obviously, all the Apoel fans picked it up and it didn't pick up on the irony and were like, "Oh yeah, no, do you really think they're gonna do that?" But look, we'll get to it, but I would suspect Vrionidis would be looking at that and going, which is a good segue, I think. Unless there's more games to talk about.
No, I just want to do the league table very quickly because
let's do the table.
We might as well. So Aria top of the league, albeit on, was it goal difference, I guess?
No, it's on results.
Oh, head-to-head. Head-to-head, sorry, yeah. So level points with Apoel. Then you got AEK on 46, Bafo also on 46. Blimey, I didn't realize that they were level pegging. Omonia creeping up on 45. Anostasi on 41. Then you have Apollon, who will be in Group B.
Oh, will they? Well, because there's only 4 points difference there, and
they'll be in Group B. They'll be in Group B. All right. I'll tell you, they'll be in Group B.
All right.
Then Salamina on 34. Ael on 30, Ethnigo 24, then Othello, Ayes, come on Ayes, then Carmiodisa and Voxa. There you go.
Yep, tight at the top, tight at the bottom.
It is. It's tight like a tiger. If you get the reference, it's funny. Let's have a look. Pedro, according to my experience, I gathered around 25 euros in coins around me. Present of Ael fans. Oh, this was a cup final. Yeah, okay, I remember.
Okay.
Prostimo for the 123,112th time. Yeah, exactly. Speaking of Prostimo, shall we go into Vrionidis time, boys and girls?
It's time to spin the wheel. What is coming? We don't know. Spin the wheel now.
Spin the wheel. That's the Vrionidis jingle.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It is.
Was it
the intro?
Hang it in the Louvre. That's
yes. It.
Fantastic. So, obviously, it's been a couple of weeks since the Apollon versus Ael Cup game. So, Vrionidis has handed down his from high up there where he is. He's come down.
Pause. Just refresh our viewers or our listeners' memories in case we have new listeners or viewers that don't know what happened. So let's go back to the Apoel game first.
So there was a couple of incidents that occurred in the cup matches over the last month or so. So first of all, we had Nea Salamina versus Apoel, which only went on until the 52nd minute, after which the game was cancelled due to a firecracker being thrown from the Apoel stand onto a Nea Salamina player, and the Nea Salamina player had to be taken to Larnaca General Infirmary to get his hearing tested, and he's been out of first team action since until last last game day. Yeah, he played for Nea Salamina against Doxa. Now, what happened following that game is there was a big hoo-ha, obviously, as there should be, which led to the conclusion that away fans would no longer be allowed in stadiums across the first and the second division in Cyprus. Now, the last game to have away fans in would have been the Apollon versus AEL Cup match, which happened a week later. However, that game never started in the first place because of crowd trouble before the game, inside and outside the stadium. Now, there's not much video evidence of the incidents happening outside the stadium. However, inside the stadium, there was a pitch invasion. There was a fire hose being sprayed from the AEL fans towards the Apollon fans. There was flares fired from both sets of fans. A lot of flares were fired by AEL fans in particular, especially towards where families of Apollon fans were sat. There was reports of injuries to, I think, an 11-year-old girl. She was 11, wasn't she? Or was...
I thought she was younger than that, to be honest.
Was she younger than that? But yeah, and a lot of stuff went on. Riot police came on, stood at both ends to try and calm the situation. But yeah, the game itself never kicked off. Now, obviously, Vrionidis then went on to pass his judgment on this game as well. So, bearing in mind, here you go, yep. Bearing in mind the Apoel game got cancelled after 50 minutes, and it was the judgment handed down was a 3-0 win to Nea Salamina, as well as a €15,000 fine to Apoel. The findings from Vrionidis were published on, what was it, Thursday last week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And so he added down the punishments for the two teams, and passing the same punishments. Oi Repania is how we say in Cyprus. Oi Repania. Radishes. So for the incidents that happened before the game between Apollon and AEL, which we saw the video evidence of the stuff that happened in the stadium, is, I think, very serious. And also there was a crap load of stuff that happened outside the stadium before the game as well. This is the punishments that were handed down. So for Apollon, the north stand, which normally houses the ultras, will be closed for one match, and a €10,000 fine. So this was for what the match officials, not the referees, it's the match observer. This is what the match observer said. There's a pitch invasion of about 5 fans, and during the arrival of the fans of Apollo, flares, firecrackers, and fireworks were used extensively towards the stadium. A number of naval flares were also fired, about 7. One of them ended up on a parked vehicle in the stadium area, one in the courtyard of an adjacent house, and 2 were set off targeting AEL fans. So, I wanted to note as well that Apollon fans have been fined for pitch invasion 4 times, 4 different times this season prior to that cup match, including once at the Dasagi in Achna in the cup, so in the round before as well. So it's anyway. AEL have been hit with a game to be played behind closed doors, and also one further game where the north stand will be closed, where AEL ultras are normally housed at home games. they've been fined €15,000. The match observer had this to say. During the arrival of AL fans, firecrackers and fireworks were used extensively and stones were thrown at parked vehicles. Shortly before the teams entered the pitch, flares were used extensively by AL fans. A number of flares were thrown inside the pitch, and at least 3 were thrown aimed at the east stand where Apollon fans were present. 2 of the lit flares were thrown again towards the IL stand by Apollon fans. At the same time, 20 IL fans entered the pitch, moving provocatively towards the south and east stands. An IL fan unwound the fire pump and aimed water at the west stand of Apollon. Plastic cups were thrown from the west stand of Apollon and the stand of IL. A police force entered the pitch to remove IL fans. Apparently, none of that behaviour or any of those incidents warrant suspension of either team from the cup. And the reason for it, which Vrionidis agreed, was because the government stopped the game instead of the police or the referee, because everybody received the instruction from the government to stop the game. According to the IFAB rules, IFAB, you can't political involvement should not be a reason to stop a game. And Vrionidis took that and said the referee took it upon himself to cancel the game following the political involvement of the government, telling the police to tell the referee that they can't guarantee the security of the game. So the referee, not being from Cyprus, because they got a foreign referee for the game, because of course they did, because of the stress of the match that would otherwise be occurring, took the advice from the police and said, okay, we're going to cancel the game. Now, my question to you is, am I wrong about moaning about this bollocks?
No, not at all.
Right?
Take the club rivalry aside. You could be supporting Bolemidia United, right?
Yeah.
The fact is, you can't punish one team for an incident and not give the same punishment to another team for the same incident, because it's the same incident. It doesn't matter if it's a firecracker or a bottle or whatever. Rules are rules.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to throw objects or anything at all. Not even a paper aeroplane these days. You can't do that, right? So if I was that way inclined and support your team, I'd be pissed.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be absolutely livid. And I've seen so many conspiracy theories online. I'm not really going to delve into it. And at first I was thinking, it's a bit like, clutching at straws, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But now I see things. I'm thinking, is there something against Abuel? Is there? Now, I could turn around and say, well, all the years that Abuel have been getting decisions, as an Omonia fan, I've seen it and I found it absolutely disgusting. And it was blatant. But that was then. So let's just put the past to one side, because the past is the past. You're talking about the present day. And you're thinking, is there something? Is there something? Because if they don't give the same punishment to another team, regardless of whether it's AEL, Salamina, Ethnigo, whoever, but you're doing it to Abuel, I can understand why you as a supporter and all the other fans are up in arms about it, because it's one rule for one rule for the other. Like I said, I'm being objective here. I'm putting things aside. I'm seeing things from an outsider's perspective, as difficult as it is, because I find the whole thing absolutely fucking hilarious, because your fans have gone on full psycho mode online, and it's glorious for me to see. But at the same time, as we're doing a podcast, which we're supposed to be fair, I'm looking at it and thinking, you can't kick them out of a cup and give them a 3-0 defeat because one fan has done that, but then you're not doing the same for another club. And it's ironic how it happened against you lot as well. It's not as if it happened against
So that's
you lot.
that's that thing. That's that thing. Me, I'm pissed off about the island. Sorry, we didn't say this as well. The Apollon AEL game in the cup is going to be replayed, but without any fans there. So for AEL, there isn't even a punishment there for them, because if they were going to replay the game, because it's an away game, there wouldn't have been any AEL fans there anyway.
Yeah, but you see, this is how when I saw the news online that the game was going to be replayed, the first thing I thought of was, do you know what? And perhaps I haven't read the full report, mate, so maybe it was in there. But perhaps their argument is, well, a player wasn't hit, so it was just the fans fighting.
Yeah, so that
I know it's petty. I know it makes no sense.
No,
Make it make sense.
Yeah, he didn't mention it. He didn't mention that in the report. What he did mention, he kept going back to this IFAB rule where politics shouldn't get involved in the cancellation of games. And that was the reason why this game is being replayed or started.
What, because the president of Cyprus called up the CFA and said cancel the game, so they're going to have to replay it because he got involved?
Yeah. So you see, if the game had started and then another incident like Baba Yorios happened, then what would have happened?
Well, there you go.
Because do you think once the police left the pitch and the game started, do you think everybody was going to sit there and just clap like this?
Nah, mate. At the moment, Apollon get a corner or I'll get a corner, whether it be Valbuena taking it, whether it be Jalma taking it, something's going to happen.
Yeah.
And we saw against Karmiodissa. Remember the Karmiodissa game last season against Apollon when what's his name? Elalucci.
Yeah, when he
Elalucci scored. Yeah, and they're throwing seats.
No,
it's bonkers. It's bizarre. But at the same time, it's not surprising.
No, it's not. It's not. But I mean, there's.
When's he making his decision?
When's he making his decision on the AEL Apoel game? That will be next Wednesday, I think. He's normally a week behind.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else to report from this utter danger? Anything else to report?
No.
The grenade of a man.
I just want to put my feelings across again. That again, I like to think I'm very fair and balanced. Right? I think I'm more fair and balanced than a lot of our Apoel fans. But to me, this looks like a giant pile of Repania. And then on that pile of Repania, they've glued Angurka Zava all around it. And then they are asking Apoel to sit on all those Angurka. Eh? Nice image there for you. But yeah, so one more thing is today we heard the results of the appeal that Apoel put across for the punishment that was handed down, and the appeal judges basically agreed unanimously to keep the punishment. So there you go. The thing is, you could climb back a punishment, but you can't. Somebody else can't appeal, say, Apollon or AEL's punishment, and go like, no, actually, it should be that. So, Repania. But yeah, I knew Ruslan would come forward. I was waiting for him. It's nothing against AEL fans in general, right? It's just that something occurred somewhere. Punishment handed down. It is absolutely right for a punishment to be handed down. Something more serious occurred somewhere else because it was more than one object. And
Oh my
the
God.
punishment
Oh my God.
is pirilla compared, right? So that's what it is. It's not necessarily about hating a team or not agreeing with, because for me, both situations should mean all the teams should get kicked out of the cup, right? So Apoel, AEL, and Apollon all three of them should be out of the cup. But you know.
So that was our weekly update for Vrionides.
Yeah.
It's time to spin the wheel. What is coming? We don't know. Spin the wheel now.
That's never going to get old. That's
not.
never going to get old. And we're going to do this every week, before the update and after the update.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
I could just imagine someone complain. Someone from the CFA writing to us and complaining about it. You can see it happening, can't you?
Well, you know how they drop their phone number in all the case studies that they bring.
Yep.
We drop them a phone number as well to complain.
Well, we've got an email there. We've got all that kind of stuff, so they can get in contact with us.
Come at me, FA.
Of course. Well, there's another bit of news which I think might have gone under the radar for all of us, but it was relating to the Magario Stadium in Olympiacos. Have you heard of what happened?
No.
Okay, so
up this stuff.
Yeah, so obviously we know that the Magario is a death trap, right?
Yep.
Olympiacos played, I think was it Omone Aradipo at the weekend, and one of their players, Toma Ioannou, he suffered a serious injury because of the pitch. And this is something that the press officer, I forget his name, Pedro something, he went on the radio, the Olympiacos press officer, and he went on the radio and he was basically saying that the player suffered serious damage as a result of the football pitch. And also it happened last season to another one of their players in the very same stadium. He did his ACL. So again, they're talking about the infrastructure and the stadiums. They talk about the Magario, and it's up to the decision makers to improve it. So he also said that apart from the Gazipi, there isn't another stadium in Lefkosia. So they really want to reevaluate the Magario and the situation there. So yeah, it's a shame because I keep talking about that pitch or the pitches in Cyprus.
I mean, it's not the first stadium either. Spiros Neofitidis came out a couple of weeks ago, I think, being very, very negative about the pitch at Mappa's ground.
Yep.
Which when you look at the picture that he posted, there was no grass. It was just brown. It was brown with like fold out chairs that were like when you
got to draw those.
Yeah,
those fold out chairs. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the WWE where they got the chairs and they hit the
exactly. It was like 4 WWE chairs and a WWE table. Expect the Dudley boys to go through it, Yeah.
Get the tables. Oh mate. Anyway, is there anything else we'd like to discuss?
Well, there's one more thing that I had, and I don't know if you've got a jingle for this, but
no, I don't have.
Just
I've got this though. I've got this.
All right. There you go. There we go. So, the draw for the Nations League groups were held last week, and Mr. Turtlehead and Tamuri Getspire were both out in France to watch it live. I was wondering why the weather was shit, and then I realised, these two fuckers have shown up.
Everywhere you go.
Okay, now, Dudley Boys and that song. We've gone really far back in time, haven't we? But yeah, on top of everything else as well, after the draw, Getspire came out all guns blazing, asking why can't we come first in the group that we've been drawn in. So that was a very interesting one. Joe, I'll tell you why we won't come first in the
Who we
group that we
got?
draw in. We got Romania,
Romania,
Kosovo.
come on.
And Lithuania or Gibraltar.
But you said Gibraltar. You said Gibraltar, and that's the dream draw that Ketspire wanted.
Well, yeah, but for us to play Gibraltar, they have to beat Lithuania first in March.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, it's obviously the guy is an Aboil fan, but it's just, it tickles.
John's hit the nail on the head. CFA committee decision: €50,000 fine to the both of you for truthful slander. John, I love you, man.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
But yeah, the last time Cyprus played Kosovo, Timuri Getspire was in charge of the team, and they lost 5-1.
Oh, why are you making me do this? Sorry. I'm going to try not to do that again. I'm sorry, but when you talk about this, the Cypriot national team, and now that's all I can think of. Sorry.
Yeah. So,
Overkill.
Overkill. What are your thoughts on the draw?
Look, Kosovo are a very difficult team. Very difficult team. Romania, it's a no-brainer. They're going to get 6 points off us. Lithuania, maybe we can get something away. Maybe we can get the win at home. But again, we know what he's going to do. We know what he's going to do. It's going to be 5-4-1. So we know he's going to do this. So what's the point? What's the point?
Yep.
Get rid of it. Look, this is the first time I'm going to say this. Get Avgusti as the head coach, because at least you know what you're going to. You get something more exciting.
There's some passion.
Passion, yeah.
Passion.
You know? He's gonna. At least you'll get a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-4-1-1, and you might see Loizu playing. You might see Johnny
fucking
playing.
wingers. We've got wingers. This nation is a nation of wingers. You know.
You're not going to see Gusulo as a centre back.
Gogits as a centre back again.
You might never see Correa again at left back. I'm going to get an Avgusti blow up doll now. Put the Cypriot national team shirt on him.
Listen, if you can get hold of one, a brand new one.
AliExpress, brand new one. One without any stains on it.
Yeah.
You're going to get that infrared. Was it that light, that blue light? What's it called?
Oh, yeah. No, don't put a blue light on it. But tell me, and there's also like 6 people that have contacted me asking me where the fuck they can get hold of one as well. Because for some reason, Cyprus is the only European nation that don't sell that shirt. Fucking San Marino, right, have their shirt in this manufacturer's shop. For some reason, Cyprus not.
Yeah, but don't forget, San Marino, they're a bit of a cult hero team now because they lost so many games and people have jumped on that bandwagon. What we need is to lose every game for the next 10 years and then they can start merchandising. But knowing the Gibre and how they work, they won't know a marketing opportunity. Well, not the ones at the CFA anyway. Normal marketeers in Cyprus would understand. Yeah. Whereas the ones at the CFA say, we have the 2001 shirt. That's the only one we have. We have 3 in stock.
I already have a fake 2001 shirt. It's a fake one.
It's a fake one. I already got
it.
It's a fake one.
Just give me a real one, man. Give me a real one. Somebody give me a real one.
From what I heard, they were going to get some more in stock for the beginning of this year.
Well, it's February.
Well, email the CFA and see what.
Oh yeah, I'll ring that phone number. Yeah, I'll ring that phone number that they keep putting.
I want to make a complaint. Shall we play a game? We say one word each, and we actually create a letter to
No.
the CFA. Come on,
No,
one word each.
Well, no, because
Dear
fuck,
wit
shit,
on
your
mother.
Repani.
When
You
decide
you
will
get
lots
of
Repania
and
curabieres
and
bombes.
oh no the cakes, Bombay's cakes.
Yeah, yes, those.
Yeah.
Those. Well, Pedro, I actually asked in CFA last week for a Cyprus shirt. They don't sell them. They were looking at me like I lost my mind.
Pricks, man. Absolutely.
Well, listen, given the video of you eating your mango and chicken the other day, I'm not surprised. You probably went there with noodles. I want a CFA shirt.
Do I need to go or knock on Veronidis' door and be like, hey?
Look at this guy. Let's talk about hair transplant. Do you know what? When I come to Cyprus, I'm going to come to your shop and I'm going to key every single car. And I'm going to draw a penis as well.
Listen, he wishes he could buff a car as shiny as this.
No, mate. He's gonna kit up your head.
No, I want it matte. I don't want it gloss anymore. I want it matte.
Oh my god! If they told me if I order it, they'll get it for me. You might as well fly to China. Fly to China and get one.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's where they make it. Anyway, right. So is there anything else?
No, that was it for me.
That's it.
I was going to leave it at the end to scream at the national team for a little bit. So
Okay, fair enough.
yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. Loizu hasn't made his debut yet for Hair and Vein. He's been on the bench the last 2 games. What about the other lads?
Well, Gavril has been playing for Zulte Waregem.
Yes.
Last game didn't go so well. Joel Mal has been pas de problème. Joel Mal has been keeping clean sheets most of the time for Servette, although last game they had a sending off and lost 2-1. Harlan Bosilia is still top of the league in Romania. And also, your mate Sofroni is being rumoured as one of the coaches that might be taking the Offie Crete job.
What, with who?
So Pepe Mel at the moment is in charge, but they're talking about getting rid of him. And one of the
got the job a few months ago, didn't he?
Yeah. And one of the replacements is rumoured to be Sofroni.
Okay, that's interesting.
Mm.
That's very interesting.
Because if you have a look at where Offie are in the Super League as well, they're not doing very well.
Hold on. I think they've already announced Delas has got the job.
Did they?
Yeah.
They already announced him?
Yeah, the 2:00 today.
Oh,
4:00 Cyprus time.
Well, there you go.
Delas got the job till 2025. So the Euro 2024 central defender that was at Roma has got the
2012.
2004.
2004. Delas,
Wait, 2012. Yeah.
I know.
What did I say? 2024.
You said 2024.
Oh,
it's late.
2004. Yeah, it's late. Yeah. Well, that would be funny if Greece won it. They're not even in it.
Yeah. interesting one.
But,
No, you know
I don't know,
what it
maybe
is.
maybe some team will get maybe one team will get kicked out for fans throwing stuff, and then Greece will come in.
That's exactly where I was going.
Great minds, great minds. Anyway,
Mm.
all right. Well, I think that's it. That's it for another episode of This Is Mappa. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at This Is Mappa. My Insta is here. Thassos one is there. We've got a Facebook group page. We have a Discord. We have an X account at This Is Mappa. We also have
that website, gaffesflares.com, where we write some articles sometimes.
we're
Now,
due another one. We keep
we
saying
are
this,
due.
but
We are due another one. I mean, I can tell you how long this one is that I'm working on at the moment,
oh
and I
god,
even I haven't even gotten to the Apollon Isle game. I'm on 4 pages. So yeah, I'm doing a
Okay.
review of Vrionidis' case files for the 2
Blimey.
games. So
Blimey.
it's
This is
a-
going to be fun.
It's going to be a spicy one.
Blimey. By the way, before we wrap it up, you know Seferin isn't going to be UEFA chief anymore, right?
Okay. How come?
He's stepping down, from what I understand.
Mm.
So what does that mean for Turtlehead?
Oh, hopefully he gets put in a cannon and launched into the sun.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious because we still haven't heard anything about the 6,000-page document.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be appearing anytime soon.
Well, it's just disappeared.
Wait, it's been put in that same drawer that all those red envelopes are in.
Ah, okay. Because they've got other things to worry about.
Exactly.
Things to worry about. You don't think any shredding has been going on late at night, like at a certain second division club where one guy who's now associated with your club was allegedly shredding documents?
More than likely. I've got nothing else to say on that matter.
Have I said too much already?
Yeah. So, okay.
That's it. That's it for another episode of This Is Mappa. Thank you everyone for watching, and until next time.
What the